Taylor with Outpost Campers here, and temperatures are starting to cool off quite a bit in Southwest Colorado, which gives us a great opportunity to discuss one of the features that helps make the Outpost 6.5 such a great four-season camper, and that is the diesel heater option. So whether you're looking for a true four-season camper to extend your camping deep into the cold winter months, or you have an Outpost 6.5 on order and you're considering whether the diesel heater is the right option for you, this video is going to help explain the diesel heater a little better and help you understand whether it's an option that you want to choose. The diesel heater option, if chosen, gets mounted on the rear passenger side of the camper. It is built into this very heavy-duty Zarges aluminum case, and the heater itself, along with the fuel tank, live inside this case. So if we open it up, we can see the different parts of the heater. We have a 2.8 gallon dedicated diesel tank that feeds the heater with fuel. It is a very, very efficient heater and uses a very small amount of fuel, about 1 gallon for every 20 hours of runtime. So this fuel goes a long ways with the well-insulated camper. And then you have the S-Bar German-engineered diesel-powered heater that is good up to 13,000 feet in elevation and really puts out a nice, hot, dry heat. It really heats this camper very well and helps mitigate any condensation issues that you might have if you have a bunch of wet stuff in the camper. You fill the diesel tank with a fuel fill port that's right here on the side of the box. You don't even have to open the box ever except to service the heater. And a cool thing about this setup is all combustion and all fuel is completely outside the camper. So you have your heater and the combustion, which gets exhausted right here, as well as the fuel completely on the exterior of the camper, so there's no risk of harmful vapors or fumes on the inside of the camper. The rest of the heater lives inside the camper, and let's hop inside and take a look at how all that works. Sitting here inside the Outpost 6.5, just on the opposite side of that rear wall where the heater was mounted on the outside, this is where the hot air is brought into the camper. So it's blowing in from this vent right here, and I can redirect that air where I want to inside the camper with the vent, and it's blowing very nice warm air. And as you can hear, the heater is running right now, and it's really pretty quiet. I can talk over it, no problem, and it is blowing out very, very warm air. It's very nice. Right here on this side of the closet, this is where the fresh air intake vent is for the heater. So how this heater works, it pulls the air in from the cabin and recycles it through the combustion chamber, and then it comes out as hot air. So it's just recycling the cabin air, which means it's working less and less to heat that air as it heats the camper. Inside the closet here, well, you can see our fresh air duct that runs through the bottom of the closet, so you can fill this closet full of clothes and things and not have to worry about blocking the fresh air vents. You just don't want to block it here on this side of the closet, because you will be blocking that air that's circulating through the heat combustion chamber. And all this is controlled via a thermostat that's on the main control panel right here. The thermostat for the S-Bar heater is right here on our main control panel. And it's a digital thermostat. It's really kind of like using a thermostat at home. You can just set a temperature, and it will keep the heater running and kick it on and off to maintain that desired temperature. So that's really similar to using a thermostat at home. It just maintains the temperature. You can also do a bunch of other fancy things with this. It has a timer function that will run the heater for a certain amount of time that you specify and then just kick it off. I personally use that feature when I'm going to sleep. I will get it nice and warm in here before bed, and then I don't want to be interrupted when I'm sleeping by the heater kicking on and off. And this camper just stays so warm that it's not really necessary. Once you're in bed, you can just let it cycle off for good for the night, and then I'll kick it on again in the morning. It also has a feature you can set up a program by day, so it kick on and off certain hours. So if you really want to get fancy, you can do all sorts of things like that. But having a digital thermostat is very, very handy for operating the S-Bar diesel heater. And you know, the way this heater just performs in this camper is truly incredible. It's a such a well insulated camper, it just doesn't take a lot to get this thing up to temp and to maintain. So even just your body heat in here is really gonna keep it warm once you get up to temp in most conditions. But the heater is a really great feature if you're doing some very cold winter camping. You know, if you're sticking to 3-season camping, it may not be something you even need, and that's why we make the heater an option that you can omit from your camper if you don't feel like you need it. But hopefully this video was helpful in explaining how the S-Bar diesel heater works and helping you make an informed decision if you want to include it in your Outpost 6.5.